The parents of 12-year-old Madiba Charles, the island's top performer in this year's Caribbean Primary Exit Assessment (CPEA), have called on parents to play a more active role in their children's academic development. They say that consistent involvement from both parents, not just one, helps children develop a strong approach to studying and a positive attitude toward learning. Daniela Popo, mother of the top-performing student, says parents must be present to guide and support their children's learning and not leave them to navigate their education alone.
I think parents should be very involved in their children's success. They should support their children, study with them, because I study with Madiba from baby. From the time he was able to not even speak, I taught him his letters. Parents must do these things with their children growing up. I've always studied with him, but this year he decided to just take the bull by the horns and do it on his own.
Madiba's father, James Charles, added that fathers also need to be more involved. Too often, he says, the responsibility falls solely on mothers. And it is not just one parent who needs to shoulder the burden, but both.
Most times the mothers are there for the kids. The problem you have is fathers being delinquent, and if the fathers can just be there for the kids, sometimes you can have a major difference in the child's life. Just a matter of not only providing financially, sometimes all the child wants is for somebody to be there to encourage them to study, encourage them to do work and that kind of thing. Or sometimes they want to ask a question and they have nobody to ask the question.
As such, he called on mothers to be patient with fathers who may be struggling financially, but will still make the effort to be present in the child's life, stressing that quality time and encouragement from both parents can make all the difference.
And also, the mothers probably sometimes have to relax on the fathers. If they don't have money, you can't kill them for that, but allow them to come around the child. Because sometimes the fathers want to come around, but they don't have the money to give the mothers, and the mothers don't want them to come around. So it is a complex thing that it's not something that I can give solution.
At the Tapio Private School, Principal Andruna Gill outlined the school's proactive approach to identifying students' strengths and weaknesses. She says this tailored support starts as early as pre-kindergarten, not just in grade 6.
So once we make provisions for the weak ones, the challenge weak ones, we also made a lot of provision, and we are making provisions for those children who are gifted. So we focus, we are laser focused on individual children. So when we do our diagnostic tests, when we do our analysis and our remediation, we remediate based on the class, the dynamics of the class and the children. And so this is what happened. So it was just a continuous process, and it happened that this year we nailed it.
With the right support, due diligence, and sprinkle in the right words of affirmation, you get part of Madiba Charles's recipe for success, which allowed him to not only achieve the highest grade in his school, but on the island and in the region as well. For Choice News Now, I am Chelsea Austinay.